Welcome everyone. Today I gonna discuss about the Sustainable Development Goal, and this SDG is very much important in present situations. In the COVID-19 period, we are observing there are many important things happening around the world, many challenges happening around the world, and we need to be very much careful about that. Introductions to Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goals use the slides to introduce the SDG, combine them with your own slides, translate them into your own language. So, what is SDG? SDG is a set of 17 goals for the world future through 2030, backed up by by a set of 169 detailed targets. And most important thing is that it negotiated over a 2 years period at United Nations, agreed to be nearly all world nations on September 25. What is new and different about the SDG 17 SDG? First and most important, this goal apply every nations and every sector, cities, business, schools, organization, all are challenges to act. This called universality. Second, it is recognized that the goal are all interconnected in a system. We cannot aim to achieve just one goal. We must achieve them all. This is called integration. So when we think about the transformation, which is very much important in terms of sustainable development goal, and finally, it is widely recognized that achieve these goals involve making very big fundamental change in how we live on Earth. This is called transformation. If we want to do more understanding about our healthcare system, about our constructions, about our technology, about our water treatments, about like our healthcares, our energy consumptions. So everywhere there is a major things that how we can develop the sustainable development goal. Number one, in poverty in all it's from everywhere. Poverty is a major challenge around the world, and if we want to solve these poverty related things, we need to think it properly. How poverty actually work, how we can reduce the poverty, how effectively we can go together, how we can develop this poverty and poverty related things. Second thing, end hungers. There are many hungry people around the world, and we need balanced diet. We need balanced food, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture is very important. Even in the COVID-19 situation, agriculture play a major role. Agriculture play an interesting roles, and we need to be very much careful about agriculture. Ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. So there are many people, we have many problem like healthcare system, we have problem for healthcare, we have a problem for many physical things, and we need to be very much careful about that. Number four, ensure inclusive and quality education for all and promote lifelong learning. So when we have educations, when we have to solve this education related problem, the major thing is that education is the most challenging and most effective. The more we can understand about the educations and we implement our education system in an effective way, we can understand these things in an effective way. Achieve gender quality equalities and empower women and girls. There are 50% of the peoples actually from women. So women need to develop their leadership, women need to develop their gender inequality, and most important thing is that women have to grow in an effective way. Ensure access of water and sanitation for all. Clean water is very much important. If we have clean waters, if we can develop this clean water in an effective way, we can understand how it works. We can understand how this clean water can help us. We can understand how this clean water can grow our economy in an effective way. Ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for us. Energy consumption is best important things. So how this energy consumption works, how we can grow our ecosystem, this is important. And most important factor is that the green technology is very much important, and actually from the COVID we can understand we can grow our economy in an effective way. Promote inclusive and sustainable economic growth, employment and decence. So economic growth is very important, and most important thing is that for the economic growth we have to be very much sustainable, we have to be very much effective and efficient, build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization, and foster innovations. When we can understand what is resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industries, and foster innovations, that time we can grow our economy in an effective way. Reduce inequality within and among countries. We have many kind of inequalities, so we have to reduce this inequality. We have to create a very good environment. We have to create a sustainable ecosystem. Make cities inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. When we develop our cities, we need to be very much inclusive, we need to be safe, and you need to be resilient and sustainable. Ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. When we understand that sustainable consumption is important, that time we have to be very much productive, and we have to be very much efficient in an effective way. That is very much important for us. Take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. Climate change is a major challenge right now. With this climate change, we have to face many kind of challenges, and climate change is a big problem. So for that particular issues, we have to understand that how climate change we can solve. Conserve and sustainably use the ocean, sea, and marine resources. Marine resources is very much important for us. So we need to ensure how we can utilize these marine resources, how we can grow together, how we can understand their ecosystem, and how we can make a sustainable ecosystem. This is very much important for us. 15. Sustainable manage forest, combat desertifications, halt and reverse land degradations, halt biodiversity and loss. So biodiversity is another important aspect for our ecosystem. Promotes just, peaceful, and inclusive societies. So in the society, we need to promote justice, we need to promote peaceful and inclusive society. If we have an inclusive society, that time we can grow our ecosystems. Revitalize the global partnership or sustainable developments. We need more collaborations, more collaboration, and more collaboration. We need to collaborate around the world to develop a sustainable ecosystem. Each goal is important in itself, so we have to understand that how effectively we can utilizing the goals. We have agenda to make it sustainable, and we have to develop these things. Each goal is important for itself, and they are connected, so they are connected for each others. So when we connecting for each others, that time we can develop this ecosystem in an effective way. So we have to understand how the sustainable ecosystem can help our economy, how we can grow our economy, how we can create a proper connections and relationship, how we can support our ecosystem, how we can generate the financial values, and most important thing is that how we can grow our economy in an effective way. This is important. So for that particular issues, we have to understand that economy is very important aspects, and we have to understand when we develop the economy can play a major role. When we develop a sustainable ecosystem is very much important. So in that particular issues, we have to understand economy is very important, and we need to be very much careful about ecosystem. So thank you everyone. If you have any kind of questions about sustainable development goal, where World Talent Economic Forum, Asia Research and Development Institute, everybody working on that points. So we need to develop our ecosystem, and we have to grow our ecosystem in an effective way. And we are collaborating around the world. Thank you everyone. If you have any kind of questions or anything, you directly can communicate with me. Thank you.